All right, here we are. Welcome.
Thank you.
Marty.
Cheers for having me.
No worries. Welcome to the Grey Man Podcast. So, fucking, how you going?
Yeah. First time on a podcast. This is great.
Nice. Welcome. Virgin experience.
Yep.
All right, so the way we run, basically just fucking have a chat, shoot the shit, and go through a bit of a life story, what your life was like, what drew you and brought you to the military, what you kind of did, and fucking what you got up to in there.
Yep.
And then what you've done since.
Yeah, righto. Well, I'll start with my name, Martin Williams.
So starting at the beginning, fucking, where'd you grow up? Where were you born?
So I was born in Goulburn, just outside of Sydney, in 1989.
Yeah.
I was there until 1996, and Mum and Dad decided to move up to Central Queensland. We moved to a small mining town called Middlemount, if you've heard of it. Not many people have.
No, can't say I have.
I was there, graduated in 2006. In 2006, we had good family friends of ours that lived around the corner, and their daughter was in the army. And she kind of inspired me to be in the army just because I had no idea what else that I wanted to do. Dad actually wanted me to go to the mines and follow him in his footsteps.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. So he was in the mines.
Yeah.
Is that what you did down in Goulburn as well?
Yeah. So he was down at Woodlawn. I can't even remember what type of mine. It was some sort of rock mine. And
what do you do for the mines?
Just underground. And he's worked his way up. He's currently contracting himself out and about to start his own company at the moment.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, he wanted me to follow in his footsteps, and I just did not want to go to the mines at all. I know it's good money. Like, everyone's got the lifestyle, everyone's got the toys, the cars, everything. But I'm just like, nah, I cannot stay in this town. I cannot live this lifestyle. I just needed to get out and have a bit of a change.
Whereabouts is this? What do you call it? Middlemount?
Middlemount. So probably about 3 hours west of Rockhampton, out in the sticks.
Yeah, right.
Near Emerald, Thierry, Dysart, in that region.
Full bush. So how old were you when you moved out there?
96. I was grade 2. Oh, what's that? Like 7 years old?
Grade 2, yeah, 7.
About 6 or 7.
Yeah. So do you remember the move?
Don't remember the move up, but I do remember settling into the school and my mates
all
and all
new.
that. So
new kid in a bush town.
Oh yeah. And compared to the cities, there wasn't many people out there. So
what's Goulburn? Is that a big place?
Goulburn's probably about, oh God, don't quote me on this. I remember from memory like 45,000 people. It's probably grown since then.
Oh yeah, pretty small as well.
Yeah.
So then like inland from Sydney or?
Yeah, inland, or what is it? Hour and a half inland.
Yeah, okay.
It's close to Canberra.
They've always been pretty rural.
Yeah, country boy.
Yeah. So you went up there when you were 6, 7.
Yeah.
Started school. New kid on the block.
Yeah.
Get in any people that weren't as receptive as others? Fucking getting bullied or anything?
Well, you couldn't really bully anyone. I couldn't really be bullied. You had to be friends with everyone because growing up, like there was probably a total of like 15 or 20 people in my year grade.
Oh, really?
All the way through up until graduation.
Fuck.
There was 12 people at my graduation.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like that's how small the school was. At one stage, we're going to go do School of the Air, or they were going to transfer us every morning to Dysart and go to their school.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's like a friendship circle.
Oh, yeah. So
you still mates with those fucking 11 people?
Yeah.
Have your high school reunions at a fucking small restaurant?
That's it.
Just one table.
The only one Chinese restaurant in town. So,
right.
Yeah. But
how many girls v boys was that? 6 and 6 or?
Oh God, no. There was more girls than boys. I think there was like 4 or 5 of us boys, and the rest were girls.
So everyone dated everyone dated everyone else by the end of it?
Pretty much. I do remember at one stage in the town, we worked it out, my older brother and his girlfriend at that time. Everyone in town was nearly related, just through everyone who's slept with different people and who was dating. And yeah, it's quite a.
I always wonder that. But small towns you can kind of branch out, but with like fucking islands and stuff, like you got those small islands that got like
Yep.
2,000 people. You're like, surely everybody's incest. Like, how could you fucking not be? You got to be like a fucking third cousin or something.
It was hard at some stages. Like when my younger sister, she was dating one of the boys from my grade. Like, you know, dating. He was my best mate at the time, so that was quite hard.
Yeah, how many siblings you got?
2 sisters, 1 brother.
Where are you in that mix?
In the middle. All like younger sister, then myself, older sister, older brother.
Oh, yeah.
So third.
Yeah. So how old were they when they moved up to Middlemount?
Mia, my younger sister, she's a year younger than me. My older sister, Natalia, she's 4 years older than me, and Brad's 8 years older than me.
Okay. How'd they go with the move to the bush?
Yeah, I think myself, Mia, and Natalia took it extremely well. Bradley was like, you know, a teenage in high school, like pretty set up in Goulburn with all his mates down there. I think he found it really, really hard.
So, yeah, that'd be rough.
But we all fit in eventually, and yeah.
You close with them, siblings?
My sisters, I am. My brother, we don't really talk that much. So it's the age difference is just too much there. I don't know who he is. He doesn't know who I am. When the family's together, we just butt heads.
Yeah, right.
I mean, that's family.
It's pretty common for massive age gaps.
Definitely.
Especially they don't want to be hanging out with a little kid when they're doing teenage stuff.
Yeah. And I wasn't the best kid growing up. I was a pain in the ass, and he knew it.
Getting in trouble?
Always. What else do you do in a small town?
Yeah, fucking know. Small town syndrome. Getting in fights and fucking pushing cows over.
Well, we used to have Friday night fights down at the skate park.
Fucking fight nights.
Everyone would get together and you'd just push in the first 2 people. It's always the Richmond brothers. Good memories that.
Yeah, nice.
So
you're there, you stayed there all the way through school and finished grade 12 there?
Yeah, finished grade 12 there.
Yeah, right. Your parents still there?
No, after I finished school, Mum and Dad moved across to Yeppoon, and they live on the coast, and Dad just kind of like the FIFO, he drives in, drives out.
Yeah, okay.
So he does
Did they stay there that long so you guys could finish at the same school?
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes. No, didn't want to do that big upset again.
No, making friends at that age would have been horrible.
Yeah, it's a bit disjointed. You're always a new kid and you always feel like you're alone, eh?
Oh, definitely. So
cool. So what was the first thing you did out of high school?
So straight away, I was off to the army.
Straight out of school.
Yeah, so I had like a 3-month gap, and in March of 2007, I took off for Kapooka. I was down there, got a mate to drive me up to Townsville. That was my first flight down to Sydney, first flight ever. And straight out to Kapooka. Straight into it. Just turned 18, and
so what was the decision process? And you said someone suggested it?
Yeah, so we had good family friends of ours. They lived around the corner from us. Their daughter was already in the army. She was up at Townsville. She would come down most weekends with all her mates, and we were in the backyard with him drinking.
Yeah,
and
they gave you
they
spinning worries and fucking
pretty much. And I liked what I was hearing, and had no idea what else I was going to do. And I just remember halfway through 2006, just Dad, I want to join the army. So we started training for it. I was a big boy back then, so trained for it, and
running push-ups and shit.
Yep.
The 2006-07, that would have been pretty active army time as well with Afghan and that, eh?
Afghan, yeah, pretty much. That didn't even cross my mind about even going across to Afghanistan or any war zone like that. It was just wanted a job, and the army just seemed cool.
Yeah.
So I didn't know anything about rank. I had no idea about anything of the army. It was a massive surprise when I got to Kapooka. A massive surprise.
Had your parents supportive of
it? Yeah. Mum and Dad. I do remember having that leaving party. Mum and Dad. Dad said to me, like, "Oh, I'm really proud of you," whatnot, and Mum and all her girlfriends were, "Oh, you're not going to war," and crying, and she, I'll stop the plane, and
that's the first thing they think of.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, they were accepting of it and supporting, and they knew that I just wanted to get out.
So what'd you go when you walked into recruitment? What do you want to do?
Straight away air dispatch.
Oh, yeah.
So, and got what I wanted.
You got it.
Yeah. So
Fucking lucky duck.
yeah, all you got there. Nah, that's all right.
How'd you feel fucking on the bus ride down to Camp K?
Well, it was like my first time actually away from home, mum and dad, and like this is me alone. This is life. This is happening.
Yeah. What were you, 17, 18?
18.
Yeah.
18. Mum and dad had to sign a bit of paper. I was 17 when I actually signed up.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, the nerves and just sitting on that bus and not knowing anyone. And like, we lived out in the bush. Like we were all mates. I've never really had to meet a whole big group of people before. It's just like I had no social skills. I was awkward. I was, yeah.
So you got there, fucking, how'd you go with the first fucking scream attack?
So, and that happened on day 3.
Well, a personal one.
Yeah, and in front of the whole entire platoon too. So I do remember getting my weapon for the first time, and they sat us outside, and they were just like, "Right, we'll teach you how to clean your weapon," and they did. But I grew up on properties and in the bush. I knew how to shoot. I knew how to clean weapons, and they're just like, "Righto, you fellas, go back to your rooms, finish cleaning your weapons, and then when you finish cleaning your weapons, help your mates clean their weapons." And I just turned 18. Like I'd never done 16-hour days. We're 3 days in. Like I'm tired as. And I remember sitting there, and I was the first one in my room to clean my weapon. And I looked at everyone. And I was just like, "Use up my mates yet."
I'm not helping.
A real dog act.
You're on your own, cunts. I'm done.
Pretty much.
I'm laying down on my phone.
And as soon as I put the head down, the corporals walked past the door.
Oh, you laid on your bed?
Yeah. He's like, "Oh, right, gotcha." And we were in 4 platoon, and so, yeah, hallway 4. And I was up in front of 70-odd guys, and he was just in my face, just screaming. And I'd never seen or witnessed or had that.
Oh, you were the first one?
Directed to me. Yeah, I was the first one out of everyone. And I'm crying, like, "Mom, bro, what am I doing?" I had no idea. And yeah, he was just yelling at me in front of everyone. Like, obviously, everyone back to their rooms, and I finished helping everyone clean their weapons. I think he's my mates now.
help the whole platoon.
But I do remember at the end of Kapuka, my corporal sat me down. He's like, "Right, like each week we try and weed someone out, and you were the first one, and I was the youngest in the whole entire platoon too. So and he goes, "You lasted." He goes, "You done well. You come out of it really, really well." So
yeah, nice.
Changed me as a man.
You get a sharpshooter or anything for fucking with your shooting skills? Yeah.
So I was at the whole entire platoon was at the range one day. We were at the wets, and the guy next to me, we were doing like LF2, so you got to do the 4 or 5 round old grouping just.
Yeah.
And he just shot like meters, and I'm sitting there just pissing myself.
Grouping of 400,
and the corporal that I had, he was the toughest in our platoon. And he's just like, "What the fuck are you laughing at? Like, don't be doing that." He's like, "You can't do any better." And I put 3 rounds right on top of each other, and he's just like looked at me, and the whole range just went quiet. It's like, yeah, it's like, that's right. And then straight after that shoot, they actually pulled me aside, and they said, "Have you ever considered being a sniper before?" And I was just like, "No." I'm just like, I just want to be air dispatch. Not knowing. I only wanted to be air dispatch because they jumped out of planes. Not knowing that snipers, because I had no history or no information on the army. Yeah, so I just stuck with air dispatch.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So you finished Kapuka, and where'd you go? Where'd you go from there?
From memory, down to Bandiana after Kapuka for 3 months in the holding platoon.
Oh, yeah.
Done a whole bunch of courses down there until the air dispatch course come up. I think that was November 2007.
Where did they do that one?
In Richmond at the RAF base, Hawkesbury River, up northwest Sydney.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they run it there on the base, and then the unit that was at AMTDU, the Air Movements Training Wing, and then you get posted to 176 Air Dispatch, and that was literally just down the road.
Yeah.
So,
Is that your first time in the big smoke?
yep. Yep.
How'd that go?
Got the car transported down, and I think I made it I tried to drive into the city, and I made it as far as Parramatta and shit myself and turned around.
Too much traffic.
Too many traffic lights, too
Fucking
many people. I was just like, I don't know what's going on. I'm used to like no traffic lights, no roundabouts. So
yeah, right. So fucking, what about, how long is the course for that one?
a month from memory?
At all?
Yeah, pretty sure it's just a month.
Fucking short and
Because
sweet.
that started November. We were in the unit by December. Yeah.
How long were you posted there for?
So because Air Dispatch was that specialty job, we were indefinitely at RAFACE Richmond. So
Okay.
I was there nearly just under 8 years.
Yeah, okay.
So didn't get the experience to travel around like the other army units.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Good
which
job.
was nice. Setting up in one spot, but then at the same time too, we got bored. And we kind of wanted to get posted around a little bit. And you could, as you moved up ranks, like, you know, we had different postings around. We, like, one at Canungra, one at Holsworthy. We had a posting over in Perth. Like, there was a few around, but you had to be corporal, sergeant, or officer. So
What'd you end up as? What time you got out?
just Lance Corporal, in the corporal's position. That's all I wanted.
Yeah.
I didn't want to.
Keep the responsibility low.
And plus, in that place, you had to wait for someone to die to actually move up in the ranks. So,
Yeah. Limited staff. Yeah. You get any fond memories from your time at that posting?
way too many. Yeah, no, it was a really, really good job. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I loved working on the aircraft. Again, like, you know, I was a bigger boy growing up. It took, like, I never failed any normal fitness test that you had to do, but being a paratrooper, there was a few extra elements, and I always failed the heaves. I'd always on remedial and on a 30-day warning, and yeah. So fitness, yeah, was always working on the fitness. But yeah, we had a good close group of mates. We were always away, just training, exercises, Hamel, Talisman Sabre. Even over in Guam, went to Guam for an exercise over there. Can't even remember what that was called.
What'd you do over there?
Just me and the sergeant went over, and we were just going over in support of the Air Force for 285 Squadron, just chucking out loads out of the back of the aircraft and working with the Yanks over there, which was actually a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And typical, being a Lance Corporal, got a list of everything that I needed to pack. And we get across there, and the sergeant that I was with forgot a manual that we needed, and he tried to put it all on me. So that was fun, trying to get a manual sent across from Australia. Yeah, massive hassle.
Shit rolls down your way.
Oh, yeah. Just roll. What else was there?
What'd you do in your nightlife? Fucking, when you're coming from the country, you get into the clubbing life?
Yeah, we were big drinkers. And 176 were known for being the wild bunch, the alcoholics, the DUIs. We had a few of those, not me. Yeah, Western Sydney. So most of the nightlife was out at the Mean Fiddler, if you've heard of it. I think it's in the top 10 most dangerous nightclubs in Australia or New South Wales.
Oh, yeah?
Good place. Always good fun. Always good fun. So,
get in any blues?
Me, not personally. I do remember breaking them up, though. There was a few of the boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Coming from a country town, I thought you'd be fucking first one scrapping.
Oh, see, I grew up as... I was always known as the shit stirrer, so, you know, you start it, stand back and just watch it.
Fade back to let someone else.
But yeah, no, most weekends are at either the Mean Fiddler. Would try to get into the city at least once a month. It's just too expensive. Parking, every toll road, like every road in Sydney's a toll road. Would always start at the casino, and if you got up, you had a good night. If you got down, You try to go to Oxford Street and then you try and get free drinks that way.
Free drinks at Oxford Street.
Yeah.
What's that? Gay bar.
The gay street. And if you couldn't succeed there, yeah, you just went home. Standard for the army, I think.
Getting free drinks at a gay bar. Hey, boys. Wear your booty shorts.
Yeah. Oh, good times. Good times.
You in a relationship throughout your time?
Down there, I had a couple of relationships with chicks from the unit.
Yeah.
Everything always just fizzled out. It sucks when you're working with people and dating them. You just in each other's personal space all the time. Nothing ever lasted.
Nah, it's pretty standard.
So
some do. Not usually if they're fucking in the same unit though.
Yeah.
Don't hear that much.
I couldn't do it. Even now, I still couldn't do it with someone from the company. You need your space from them. You need that separation, that fucking work life.
Oh, yeah, 100%. It's like having a business together where you fucking work together all day, every day. You go home, you're together. Fucking, yeah.
I couldn't do it. You kill them. Oh, that'd kill me.
I love my personal space.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fucking hell. So, did you deploy?
Yeah, 2012, I went across to Afghanistan as a FIAG, so Force Insertion Extraction Group. And then from there, I transferred across to Force Prep. So I ended up going in country and I was there for a few months. And
Okay, insertion extraction, is that dropping people off and picking them up?
Yeah, so when the Force Prep would do their changeovers, we would get the guys out of country and put the oncoming people into the country. So just handling all their weapons, putting them through their courses, and all that was done at AMAD. Or our men had airboats, yeah.
What was that like, getting on the plane fucking on the way over there? How'd that feel?
So when I went across, it was because usually you're given, it's 6 months prep. And I was given 2 weeks. I was a last minute, someone had pulled off and they just needed to chuck someone on, and that was me. And I didn't even get to see mum and dad or anyone before I left. It was pretty much just a little bit of training on the plane straight across. It was crazy. It happened so fast.
You called your parents and told them. So told them you're on your way?
Yeah, pretty much. I've got 2 weeks.
What they say?
They're just so at that stage, that's when mum's just oh, he's got to do what he's got to do. And dad's the one that broke down crying.
Oh, really?
Just oh,
flipped.
Shit. Which surprised me, actually. But yeah, no, they were fine with it. So, we had communication over there every day.
Yeah.
Sent just messages. So,
how'd you feel getting in country?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it just because I went across as FIAG. I was just expecting to stay in our minad. But we got the chance to go across, and when we did go across to Force Prep, it was a really good feeling, actually. It didn't feel like we were actually in a war zone. It just felt like we were back home training until, we had, I can't remember, Sergeant Dodd. He passed away. He was out on patrol and he passed away. And I do remember standing there on the side of the airfield when the helicopters all flew in and doing CPR and him trying to keep him alive. And that's when it hit. It's just shit. Yeah, this is real. This is real. So, and then I do remember that day being a big emotional day for everyone. But yeah, it hit. But that wasn't until a month into the actual trip. So up until that point, it was just
just chilling.
Yeah.
What was your day to day?
So we were down on the hangar on the side of the airfield. Most of the time I was just doing the deliveries to the post office, Special Forces base, and just making deliveries around town. So, yeah, it was good. Cruisy.
Do you get in any other strife other than seeing Sarge?
Yeah, one little incident there where I was doing a delivery to the Special Forces base, and they were all out on patrol one day, so we had the codes to the gate. And you're meant to keep your weapon within a meter distance of you at all times, and for a specific reason. And I fully understand it now. So I've driven the forklift up their driveway, and like, you know, the key code machine was 5-10 meters. So I've gone across, pressed the code, and the gate's open. I've moved the forklift inside the gate, and I've got out to go press the code again, and I've pressed it, but there was this Afghani dude just running up, screaming, had no idea what he was saying, but like he just wanted to come in, and I didn't have my weapon on me, and it looked like he went for something in his pocket, and I just dove behind the barrier, and I sat there for like, it was like nearly an hour or two.
Oh, yeah.
And waited for them to come back, detained him. I got my ass chewed. Standard. They're just like, don't do that again. Just like, nope.
Where was your weapon?
In the
forklift. Where did you hide? You couldn't get back to the forklift.
Couldn't get back to it. And I wasn't moving, and he wasn't moving either. He
Well,
just
it's
stood there
fucking standoff.
screaming. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, what is going on? And all that was going through my mind is, I'm going to get me ass chewed. I'm going to get me ass chewed. So, because it's a big no-no, like, you know, they can kick you out of the country for that. So,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You keep it in arm's reach. Yeah.
So, but yeah, had a few mates across there that I make the army sound really stupid, don't I? He done a negligent discharge in his room, shot his protein powder. Everyone in the hallway. I wasn't there at that stage. This is a story that come back from the tour after me, but yeah, he got to stay in. He didn't get kicked out.
Yeah, right. How the fuck you shoot? Like you pretending to shoot it, and he did.
Cleaned his weapon.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Left around in the chamber. Oops.
Yeah. It wasn't the brightest thing. Even back in Australia, he wasn't the brightest thing. Good bloke, though. Good bloke. It just wasn't the brightest.
Yeah. I've seen dudes fucking leave Kapuka. We had this sharpshooter who's like a pig shooter fucking from Townsville, and he was just crushing Kapuka. Like, it was just like he was built for it the whole time. He's like, this guy is just made for the army.
Yeah.
He was like fucking like you, just mad groupings on all these shoots and just amazing weapon skills and just real discipline. And then he left before the end of Kapuka. He discharged.
Yeah, right.
Oh, fuck, what are you doing, bro?
Just
He's like, I'm not fucking going to war with these turkeys.
Well, yeah, a lot of the people that are in the army, you kind of thought the same thing. There was a lot of people at 176 is just like, I'm not going overseas with you.
Yeah, fuck it.
So, yeah. But yeah, there's a few times there. I remember JLC course. We were on the field exercise, and our little FOB was getting attacked, and we got blank rounds, and there was the four corners of the base, and like one section on each corner, and God, it was the middle of the night. Like, it was friggin' cold, and my section was getting attacked on our corner, but no one would budge or get out of bed. And I do remember this other section just running across, because all the dudes in my section were grunts, or like from the SAS or commandos, and like I'm the only air dispatcher, so I'm just going from what they're saying and what they're doing. I'm just like, I'm not moving if they're not moving.
Just follow along.
So this other section was coming across. They're yelling out section 4 or something. I'm like, get out of bed. And we're just like, nah. And we eventually got up, and two of us were firing at something, the enemy, through the fence. And I do remember, like, the other corners were still firing, and I do remember putting my weapon down beside my leg, and a round went off. Like, it was only a blank round, but me and this one dude just like looked at each other, just like, oh my God, did that just happen?
There were other rounds popping off though.
Other rounds popping off, so you wouldn't have been able to.
Yeah.
And I didn't get done for it, but it's just like, what the what are we doing?
Man, I did the same at fucking Acapulco. Haven't fucking talked about that much, but you know, you do your field phase at Acapulco, and they do a fucking night ambush.
Yep.
I remember waiting for that fucking ambush. I can't remember fucking why. Can't remember how it came about, but I ND'd before it all popped off. But like, I ND'd, and then fucking 5 seconds later I heard this, who the fuck was that? And then another 3 seconds later, the fucking grenades went off and fucking smoke, and then everyone started shooting, and then it got forgotten about. And I was like, God. You hear about people getting kicked out for it, and I'm like, oh my God, the fucking dodged a bullet there.
I remember we had this one dude, I wouldn't be able to remember his name, but it was, we had a fire ban on that field exercise, and
so you couldn't shoot?
We couldn't shoot. And then, oh no, actually maybe it was a sound ban, because he shot an ND, but it was late at night, and we weren't meant to shoot after 10 o'clock or something. It might have been a noise ban, and it was midnight, and all you hear is "Who's there?" And this dude on pick, he's freaking out. "Who's there?" And he ended up letting a round off, and all you can hear is the corporals going, "Who the fuck is firing? Like, what the fuck is going on?" And everyone, like, they get the torches out. There's a cow in the bush. They're all freaking out, like thinking it's the
challenge
enemy.
a cow. Who goes there?
Yeah.
6.
They got us all together and they put the torch on the cow. We're just like, oh.
Fuck.
Glad it wasn't me.
I guess you see a fucking silhouette moving. It's pretty dark.
Oh god, yeah. And being a trainer, you'd shit yourself. You'd be like, "Oh, what's going on? Are they testing me?"
Yeah. Fucking, he's not replying.
Yeah.
Fucking shoot him. Oh, funny.
Yeah. There was some. Yeah, we had a fair few of those moments, I think, from memory.
Fucking live rounds are in countries. Fucking, that's a whole nother level.
Oh yeah. And I fully understand all that, but yeah. And
fucking Omega got to stay in there. That's all right. Fucking hell. Respect.
Yeah, pretty sure he did. Yeah, I don't think he got removed.
Must have been good at his job, other than shooting protein powders.
Yeah, I don't know how he actually stayed in, to be honest.
Needed him. Needed someone. Cool. So you were there, what did you say, 8 months?
I was in Almenad for 2, and then I was in country for, I think it was, from memory, it was like 3, and then back to Almenad for a few weeks, and then come home. It was only a short trip. So
any downtime over there to fucking?
Nah, just because it was a short trip. So I was just over there and straight back. So
went straight back to your unit and kept cracking on.
Yep. And when I got back, like, you realise the importance of what we actually do over there. And I come back and the unit thought I had PTSD, and they were sending me away to, like, go chat to the psychologists and whatnot. But they just worked out that I just had anger issues because it is so important what we do over there. And then coming back to Australia and just the shit that we were doing back at the hangar in Richmond, I just found pointless. So, and by that stage, like, I'd already been in a fair few years, and it was coming up on my time to start thinking about discharging.
Yeah.
I just couldn't do it anymore. Or, like, I started moving, like, I moved up to Lance Corporal. I was in a corporal's position. They were also going to send me down to Kapuka, and I specifically said, I'm not a trainer. I'm not an instructor. If you're going to make me do that, I'd rather do in-house and teach at the air dispatch school. And the guys that come and done the interviews for us, I can't even remember what they were called, just said, no, you're going to Kapuka. I'm just like, nah.
Oh, that's what made the decision to get out. You didn't want to ride.
Yeah. So I was not going.
When you said they were giving you the shits with, because at the hangar they were making you do just dumb shit that you knew you didn't do in country, so you knew it was fucking pointless.
Yeah, it was. A lot of the stuff we were doing, like, we'd rig up loads, and it was just training drops. So it was just like rocks in boxes, parachutes. And I get it, like the guys in the aircraft, the load masters and whatnot, they need their currency. But at that time, a lot of the loads and the drops were just getting cancelled, and we were having to de-rig everything, send everything back to 39, which is the hangar next to us, just to get it back off and to re-rig more loads, like, rather than just keeping it on the floor and just transferring across to the next actual task dropping and send it off. So, and we had a lot of our bosses and the lieutenants would come straight from RMC, spend a year at our unit, then move on. So they'd always come in and try and put their own spin and the touch on their place. And
just for 1 year, fucking tourists.
Pretty much. And it's just like, no, like, why do we need to de-rig? And one of the reasons was, it's good practice. Well, fuck off. Practice enough of this shit. Like,
yeah.
And yeah,
you get the shits with the fucking
and I was
sucking eggs all the time.
I was super angry when I got back from my deployment.
What made you angry?
Just the whole, like, it's important doing what we're doing overseas and coming back to this country. It was just pointless. I just wanted to do something that had purpose.
Was there any opportunity to go back?
So I was nominated for a second trip to go back. But there was a bit of an instance where I got taken off the trip. They say it was a security reason, as one of my mates posted online, I'm going to New Zealand next year for a holiday. What are you doing? Do you want to come? I said, I've been nominated for a trip. I don't know when it is. There was no dates. There was nothing else like that. So they just got me on that.
Fucking hell.
But one of the other boys I was good mates with, he didn't get selected for the trip that I first went on, and he didn't get selected again. And he really, really wanted a trip. I get that. So he's the one I found out that dobbed me in, and he was meant to be my best mate.
Oh, really? And he got picked up for it instead?
Yeah, got himself put on.
What the fuck?
So, and that was a full trip too, so that's roughly, $80,000 out of pocket.
Not a mate anymore, I guess.
Oh, no. And he doesn't understand why. Still doesn't understand why.
Surely he knows.
Oh, he knows. He tells people he doesn't. Yeah, absolute dog.
Fucking oath.
Yeah, so dead to me.
Yeah, throw you under the bus to fucking get a leg up. That's rough.
Yeah, well, and that made me angry as well. Not really having a purpose back here in Australia was making me angry. And then,
how long were you sticking around for before you decided to leave?
Well, I was going to try and get straight out, but then I ended up having a parachute accident. So that was 2013. It wasn't bad. It sounds bad, but it wasn't that bad. Like I got tangled up in the sky with another paratrooper. So my parachute caved in, and I was hanging off his legs. We had too much weight for his parachute. We come spiraling in. We had a little bit holding us up still. He's just landed on top of me, and it caused a lot of back injuries.
You're holding onto his legs all the way down?
Yeah, well, my parachute was wrapped up in his legs as well, holding onto his legs. And
you couldn't cut free for a reserve or anything?
No, well, if I'd done the reserve, he had combat equipment on, so it was just going to be a giant bloody mess. So the decision in the sky, from memory, was to just hold on. His chute was just holding us both up, just spiraling in.
So you were communicating at the time, fucking, he was like, just hold on. He
didn't know what to do, and the guys on the ground said all you could hear was Corporal Williams in the air screaming. And then, he landed on top of me, and I ended up having major spine surgery.
Oh, fuck.
So,
what happened to the spine?
The lower lumbar just squashed it all.
Compression.
So ended up having a laminectomy mid 2013.
Yeah, okay. How long were you laid out for?
6 months, pretty much. Straight after surgery, it was like 3 months, and then back into the full rehabilitation.
Yeah.
So, haven't really had any problems since.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was really, really, really good rehabilitation in the army.
Yeah, so you were downgraded for 6 months.
They stuck me behind a desk. Did not enjoy that.
Yeah.
Again, anger.
Just raged.
And everything was just building up at that point. So April 2014 is when I fully pulled the pin.
Yeah. Did you were fully rehabbed, so you just voluntary step?
Yeah. They did ask during my rehabilitation if I did want to medically discharge, but I opted to not stay in, make sure that I was good. Because, that affects your jobs down the track as well, like being medically discharged.
Yeah, if you want to be a fucking cop or something.
So.
Can do.
Yeah.
So how'd that feel with when you decided to pull the pin?
So I pulled the pin, would have been about October 2013. I put it in. And I must have put for December, but because I was still doing rehabilitation, the doctors all said that, no, it's going to get pushed back until April. So none of that paperwork actually went through. So a week before Christmas and a week before I was meant to go on Christmas holidays, they're just like, so you're out in a week.
Oh, really?
Like, what? Like, no, I'm not. I'm like, I'm here till April. They're just like, no, your paperwork says next week you're gone. Like, what have you done? I'm just like, well, fucking nothing. I don't know what's going on. Like, I can't leave in a week, and
You hadn't started a transition process.
nope, not a thing. Yeah, it was a giant mess. And like, being down on a RAF base, we were one of 2 units down there on a RAF base. We didn't have proper transitioning. We didn't have much knowledge of getting out. Like, there wasn't much help. It was.
Do you wear fucking cams every day?
Yeah.
How many army soldiers were there?
Oh, God. 120 air dispatchers and riggers all up.
On,
I think. On
big rough base?
Yeah, on the rough base Richmond.
Did you feel like you were in the
Nope.
army?
Nope.
No.
And every time we went to an army base, we would shit ourselves. It's just like, oh my God, what are the rules?
Fucking saluting everyone.
Yeah.
Marty, fucking breast pocket height.
Everywhere. Yeah, well, pretty much raffies. They were talking about transferring us across to the Air Force.
Just moving the job into the Air Force.
Yeah, but that never happened. Like, we were in the Transport Corps. I think now air dispatch comes under engineering.
Don't
know. Don't know.
I know air dispatch and rigger are 2 of the most fucking sought after jobs
At the moment. Oh, they're great jobs on paper.
Mm.
And like when you get there too, really, really good jobs. But like, if there's nothing happening overseas and you're not getting trips and you're just going away on exercises, can be a bit of a shit place.
It's kind of fucking army wide though.
Yeah.
It's fucking what's everyone doing at the moment? Fucking nothing, just going field and getting shit on. And if you're not planning for a trip or getting ready for a trip, it's like you're just fucking hating your life.
Yeah. There's some things that they could have done a lot better as well. Like, I remember going away for 2 weeks up in the Lithgow Mountains in New South Wales, and we got back to base probably about 7:30 at night. And like, this is a Friday after 14 days out field. You just want to get home. You just want to go out. You just want to chill out with your family. And we were sitting around for ages on base. Like, what the hell's going on? We weren't even handing back stores or weapons or anything like that. And I think it was about like 8:30 at night. They're just like, righto, we're going to go on a 9K clicker.
What?
We're just like, what the fuck? Like, what for? Like, can't we do this next week? Like, our unit done a lot of shit. Like, I suppose any other unit would have done a fair bit of stupid shit like that too, but it's just, why?
Yeah.
Why? And I think we were more so like that because you've seen how the Air Force was. Why can't we be like that? And then you see what the Navy was like. It's like, why can't we be like them?
Yeah, fucking nice.
Because it's true though. Like, the Navy and the Air Force, they got treated like adults.
Yeah.
And everyone in the Army is just micromanaged.
Yeah, fucking oath. I've said that. So I was full-time Navy and then just Army Reserves. And seeing what they do in the Army, it's like, everyone always says to me, oh, what do you prefer? What do you prefer? I was like, Navy was way better.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know if it's like because of the technicality, like everyone's got like a technical role and you all sort of respect each other. Then you don't get shit on by the chain of command so much. You sort of become mates with everyone on the base or on the ship.
Yep.
And then, in the Army, it's very fucking, if you call a corporal mate that doesn't like it, he's going to fucking grip you.
That's what I struggled to come to terms with too. It's just like, I know I was a young fella when I joined, but like, I'm an adult. Treat me like an adult.
Yeah.
I'm not a fucking child.
Yeah. And doing dumb shit as well, it's fucking paint these rocks and put that over there and no, we need it back over here now. And fucking
the hurry up and wait.
Yeah.
That used to just eat me alive. Like, why?
Yeah. You need to be over there fucking now.
But then again, too, like making it through the ranks, getting up to, I was only Lance Corporal in a corporal's position, but like, having 7 dudes under me, you kind of understood why it was like hurry up and wait because a lot of them just couldn't get
otherwise they'd be fucking ass. Yeah.
You needed that extra time just to sort everything out so you're squared away before anything started. So I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're one of the fucking more switch soldiers, and you fucking getting drilled and you get there and he's fucking sitting there for hours. Fucking any other Army stories, field stories? What was Talisman like? Yeah.
Yeah, TS. Oh God, I went up there a few times for that one. I do remember, I don't want to drop any names on here. We'll refer to her as Mega Bitch. That's how my family know. So she was one of the lieutenants that come to the squadron. Was only there for a couple of years and then moved on. But we were up there. I think it was the exercise had finished and we we're making our way back down because we'd done a road trip up there, road trip back. And we're in Tin Can Bay, and there was a whole bunch of cadets up there from Duntroon in training. And we were just setting up a drop zone for the aircraft to come in and drop some loads just so they could all see. And it was me and my sergeant, and we had a Mack truck, and I'm riding on the side of the Mack truck, just on the step, holding onto the door. Like, we were going like 5 Ks an hour. It was nothing. It was completely fine. Like, so I had to keep on jumping off and putting big markers out on the ground for the aircraft. And pretty sure it was 2nd 14th Armoured Corps Regiment, the CSM. He come out on top of his tank. I was just like, you fucking hypocrite. And he's yelling at me, and he's just like, you can't be doing this. Like, it's unsafe, rah, rah, rah. And he's like, who's your boss? Like, boom, there she is. She got yelled at more than me, and my sergeant was standing there. He's just like, this one's going to hurt us both. I'm just like, it's worth it, though. So worth it.
Get your revenge.
And it did. It hurt me big time on the rest of the trip all the way home. And
she fucked with you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had to ride in the Hino truck with one of the reserve corporals, and he was a nice fella. It was a bit weird. So, it wasn't a bad punishment, but
yeah.
So just shit like that. She was a horrible person. We didn't gel at all. At all. We always butted heads.
Well, tell you, how old was she? Were they young ones, or?
Oh, so I would have been 21, 22. She would have been late 20s, early 30s.
Okay, a bit older.
So
not one of the fucking 18-year-olds that comes through.
No, one of the older ones. I do remember one day she come down to the hangar floor, and I was only a private, and she asked us to de-rig. We just rigged up like these big, like 20 A22s, and they're the big loads of big parachutes, and they take a while to put together. And she's just like, oh yeah, drops cancelled, de-rig. And I'm just like, what? Like, we've got an exercise tomorrow that we could just use them for and transfer across. Like, why can't we just do that? And, I remember my corporal was just like, just do it, don't say anything. And I just exploded one day. She ended up going back to her office, and everyone started de-rigging. I was like, nah. Marched myself upstairs into her office straight away. I'm just like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, why can't we just transfer it across? And she's just like, it's good training. And I just lost it. And she's like, wait here. And she's got up and she's went to the office next door, slammed the door, and paper thin walls. You can hear everything. She's screaming at the sergeants. Why is he in there screaming at me? I'm just like, oh my God, this one's going to hurt. But it's just like common sense. Like, come on, like why?
Yeah.
And sergeants to corporals. And my corporal come and got me. And it's just like, yeah, you're in shit.
What they do you remember?
I can't remember on that one. Cannot remember.
Did you get many rompers or fucking disciplinary action for being mouthy?
Yeah, a little bit.
Lose your weekends or fucking docked your pay?
Yeah, docked pay. Lost my weekends. On duty quite a bit. Standard. It wasn't that bad being up at the unit on duty. So
on the rough base?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was quite easy. And I lived on base too, so it's just like, sweet.
Live on base the whole time?
First couple of years I did, and then I moved to Western Sydney, out near Rouse Hill, Kellyville Ridge. Lived behind the Adamoga pub out there.
I think I went down there too, eh?
Yeah. So, and then ended up moving back to base. It's quite expensive.
Yeah, if you can do it, fucking why not, eh?
Yeah. So
so you got out, what was it, 2019?
2014, ended up getting out.
Fucking I'm getting back. 2014, and then when did you come up here?
Brisbane. In 2014, I ended up traveling, or I left Australia to go travel the world. All my mates had bets on how long I'd actually last for.
over there.
Yeah. So I had a bit of a plan of where I wanted to go through Southeast Asia. Everyone thought I was going to be back in 6 months. And yeah, so six and a bit years overseas,
Oh fuck!
traveling around. I ended up finding a job through these people in Thailand. In Thailand, I had a big night one night, like a really, really big night. And I don't know if everything was stolen or if I gave everything away. Not sure.
Either way, you woke up
Still not sure.
empty-handed.
Yeah, passport, computer, everything was
Oh
gone.
fuck!
Everything. And I remember sitting in the cop station in Koh Samui, and there was these two other people in their same situation, but they were talking about traveling the world and working on these boats, and I just liked what I was hearing. I'm just like, oh yeah, I could get paid to do travel. I'm just like, this could really work out. So I nudging closer and closer, and ended up butting in their conversation. And I had no wallet or nothing. I had no food, no money at that stage. Like I had to go to the consulate, get emergency passport and whatnot after it. But I ended up going out for dinner with them that night and asked a few more questions. And they worked on super yachts for the rich and famous, kind of like the TV show Below Deck.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this is great. Like
So
I
it's
could
fucking massive bad circumstance fucking situation. You put you into the right place at the right time.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So it worked out really, really well.
Fucking hell.
I just had to wait for my emergency passport to come through. And I ended up flying straight home. I was home in Cairns up there in the maritime school for about a month, doing the course there, the SDC W95. And you need that to work on any boat legally in the world. And moved to Miami and got a job within 2 weeks because of the army background, and
So those people gave you connections, or they just gave you the idea?
gave me the idea and gave me the information. So I flew into Miami and then went up to Fort Lauderdale, which is one of the biggest yachting hubs in the world.
Yeah.
And they got me onto all the yachty accommodations and what to do and handing out CVs and trying to get a job and
Okay.
all the agencies. And yeah, within 2 weeks, scored my first job on a little 105 foot. So it was just me and the captain. It was meant for 4 crew, but it was just me and him. So I learnt, just thrown in the deep end, learnt the hard way, all the deckhand stuff, all the stew stuff, all the chef stuff.
Oh, really? Did everything?
I was even doing like his paperwork as well. He was a bit of a drunk, but he was a good drunk. So yeah, doing a full quid on the boat and just learn a lot on that first boat. And it was such a great experience. And like just the travel, like we were going from Fort Lauderdale like down to Miami and then straight across the Bahamas with the guy that owned that boat most of the time, and just him and his family.
Yeah, okay.
So across the Bahamas and Bimini quite a bit, and
Bimini, so one of the islands.
one of the islands. I think it's southwest of Nassau, which is the main island that you'd fly into if you went there.
Yeah.
And just picture perfect, beautiful
Yeah.
blue water.
I've spent a bunch of time in the Bahamas.
So good.
It's fucking magical.
Oh yeah, absolutely loved it. And I was like, back then 26 or 25, 26, I was just loving it, soaking it all up. Like I'm getting paid to travel the world now. Like this is incredible. Just having the time of me life. Like I just wasn't looking back.
Yeah.
And
Good money.
yeah, it was 3,000 US a month. But because we worked on international waters, it's all tax free. Didn't have to pay rent. Didn't have to pay for food. Wasn't paying for alcohol. The only bill that I had was Netflix. So everything was going straight in the pocket. Like I was working, like we were working. So, we barely got time off to ourselves. Like, we were there in these nice places and like you're with the guests. But for me, it just felt like a holiday. Like everything come naturally. Like I could talk to people. I knew what I was doing. I knew how to drive a boat. I knew how to drive a tender. I could organise activities. So it just felt like a holiday for myself. Like it was just easy. And I was just on top of the moon. It was great.
So is that what you did for the 6 years you were abroad, or you did 6 years and then you did that?
So I'd done that for 3 years. I was on 3 different boats. The industry, my last boat was a 56 meter. There was 15 crew. It was a charter yacht, so we got smashed through charter season, and we ended up having a charter in the Greek islands, and down near an island called Paxos. And it was just the guy that was chartering the boat. He was an ambassador for the UAE. It was him, his wife, and his 2 kids. He worked in the Trump administration at that time, and they were an easygoing family, but it was long hours. And we had to get all the rubbish. We were at anchor. We had to get all the rubbish off board one night. And the captain, we put the rescue boat in the water. We loaded the boat up with all the rubbish. Like we were at anchor for a few days. By this stage, I think it was already an 18-hour day for myself. And he just said, we need to get this rubbish ashore. I didn't know where I was going. My radio was like flat. He's just like, there's a little light over in the distance. He's just like, surely there's a bin over there. Like, righto. I wasn't a fan of what was going on, wasn't happy with the whole situation. I'm just like, there's no GPS, no rate. If the engine breaks down, like I'm floating. Ended up making it ashore, dump all the rubbish off. Halfway back towards the boat, I was nodding off. And I'm just like, okay, what am I going to do? And not proud of it, but this is the reason why I got out of the industry. We were using drugs to stay awake. And I ended up racking up on the engine just to stay awake to get back to the boat.
Oh, well.
And I was not happy with this whole situation. And straight away, when we were lifting the boat out of the water, I said to the captain, I want to take it home after this charter. I'm done. And that was me done with the industry.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So he bought me a ticket home back to Australia. And I was back 2018, started 2018. And I ended up I didn't want to go home to mum and dad, so I ended up moving down to Wagga Wagga with a mate for a few months. He was down there instructing at Kapooka.
Yeah.
And was trying to work out my next move to get back overseas, what type of job I wanted. And someone said, why don't you go to Canada and go work in the ski fields? Like, done. Done. So I booked a ticket and, yeah, went to Canada. Got a job in the ski fields for a couple of years. Was up at Banff, Sunshine.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, Sunshine's my favourite.
Yeah, so that's me home ski field. I love it there. It's so good.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was there for 2 years. Just about 2 years. I was going to apply for the permanent residency, and I was in the process of doing it all. And then COVID hit, and we all lost our jobs.
Yep.
So I've come home, and now, you know, I could have gone back, but I'm kind of set up now, and
Yeah.
I'm in a new gig and enjoying life. So
you're fucking perpetually single through all of this? Give you the freedom to fucking travel around?
Very much so. My second boat, actually, what do you call it? A throuple. There was 3 of us in this relationship on the boat. We just had fun.
2 girls or 2 guys?
Guy and girl. Yeah, that was an experience. It was fun. Just traveling the world, just doing whatever. Like, how do you say? I was just loose traveling. Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah. Just loving it.
You said you had some anger issues and stuff in the army. Did that fucking sort it out for you?
I thought it did until I come back when COVID hit and had to come back. And I didn't want to come back.
Mm.
So, and that's where I met yourself through Mates for Mates.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's where all the anger come back. Psychology, talking to people, sorting it out. And then ever since, I suppose that men's mental health retreat, we had some chicks on that. Courtney, I think. Yeah, sorted me out.
Yeah.
And yeah.
When was that?
When was that? That was 2020, I think.
Was I on that one?
Yeah. When we went up to O'Reilly's.
Yep. Courtney. Who's Courtney?
Courtney was one of the chicks that was on it.
No, it was
Wasn't it?
Jody, Simona.
No, one of the participants.
Oh.
Courtney, we had
Maybe, I don't know.
I can't even remember. I've lost contact with most of those people. So.
Yeah, O'Reilly, yeah. That was nice. Yeah. We were fucking doing the ice bath and stuff in winter.
Yeah, and I drove. Oh, you picked me up to get up there. I didn't have a car at that stage.
Yeah, with Claire. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, Claire. Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Fucking hell, we went up there together, and then drove you back down to Left Jet Nungas at a Canungra Hotel.
That's right. Yeah, my family. Yeah, so I had cousins come and pick me up. I forgot about that. Yeah, right. Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good trip. That actually helped me a lot. just with the meditation and the breathing, the mindfulness, and
Yeah, no, it's
calmed
really
me
good.
down quite a bit.
Yeah. For those listening to fucking mates and mates used to do a 4-day wellness retreat, which was 4 days at a 4.5-star fucking resort. All food and accommodation, everything was all paid for, and have an exercise physiologist, which was myself on this particular trip, a psych and a counsellor, and then Jody, the yoga instructor, who also did a bit of the counselling sort of sessions as well, the wellness stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, fucking green team.
That was really good. The people that we had down there.
Yeah.
And it helped me a lot. Like, because I was angry at the whole situation, like, Canada, trying to like live there permanently because I just loved it that much, and then having to come home and I just didn't want to be here. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah, when it's forced on you like that.
Oh yeah,
something you want to do.
That was a scary time too. Like, I was in France on holidays when COVID first hit. I was actually at Tomorrowland Winter, and we got up there, and the first day of the festival, it shut down. We had no idea what was going on. We're just like, we got told to get off the hill. The whole world shutting down. We're like, what the fuck is going on? And they're just like, you need to get back to Paris. You all need to go home to your countries. And it's just like, righto. So me and my good mate made it back down to Paris. And I was living in Canada. So I was trying to get back to Canada, and they weren't going to let me on the plane because I had the Australian passport. And I was just like in this limbo land. And I was just like, what is going on? Like, I've got a visa. My whole life's in Canada. All my belongings are there. Like, I've got to get to Canada. That's where I'm working. And they finally let me on the plane. We had like a 4-hour window, I think, to make it back into Canada. And we had a medical emergency on the aircraft. Some dude had a heart attack. We were going to land. I think we were going to land. I can't remember where we were going to land. But everyone on the aircraft, there was a few people in the same situation. We're just like, no, just he'll be fine. Canada, let's go. Like, not sure what happened to him. But we got back into Canada, and as we made it in, like, they've shut everything down and closed the borders, and yeah.
So what did they fucking get rid of you for if you're already in there?
So as soon as we got on the buses in Calgary, made it up to Banff, as soon as I got there, the boss is just like, yeah, the ski resort's shut down.
Job's gone, yeah, right.
Job's gone. So
did you try and get into something else, or?
Oh, at that stage, everyone was in like panic mode, like, fuck, what do I do? And at that stage, my visa was coming to an end, and just trying to book flights home. I think it cost me nearly 25 grand to get home.
Fucking hell.
Just because I'd gone to Europe, and we weren't allowed to go through America. America wasn't going to let me through. And a flight after flight after flight, I kept booking, like, they weren't saying why, and ended up working it out. And we ended up getting a flight direct from Vancouver straight down to
Brisbane,
yeah.
Yeah.
So that was just, yeah.
Where were you living? On the mountain or down in Canmore or something?
In the mountain. Yeah, at Sunshine. I was at the base.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah.
Brutal.
Oh.
Fucking.
Didn't even get to get back on my board. I was just like, they wouldn't let me on the hill. I was just like.
Yeah, that's crazy. I guess you got fucking chairlifts and gondolas and stuff, but yeah, you can't fucking snowboard. Put one person per chair, you'd be right.
Yeah.
Out in the fucking wilderness.
Yep. So.
That was fucking such a wild time.
Oh, God.
You couldn't even go for a fucking bushwalk. Like, you can't throw off your head. I can't go outside in the bush by myself.
And we had it good up here compared to Melbourne. Like.
Oh, yeah, that's why we got the fucking southern invasion. Fucking,
it's still happening.
Prices are jacked and fucking traffic's off the hook.
Oh yeah, yeah. Traffic's getting worse, especially this year. There's more and more moving up.
Well, apparently we're the number one in the world for fucking congestion now.
It does not surprise me.
Yeah, overtook Sydney and Paris and everything. It's fucking loose. I've even got a really good mate of mine. Moved to Melbourne for like career opportunities and stuff when he was younger.
Yep.
And I'm like sending him photos, and I was on like a wow watching tour and shit, sending him photos and fucking down at the beach, and he's like, "Oh fuck, mate, I made the wrong decision. I'm coming back." So he fucking called a real estate and just bought a house off market over the phone. Didn't, like, sight unseen. Shit. Just bought a fucking a place in Paddington, brought his whole family up. I'm like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
one of the thousands of people that did that. That's why it's all happening.
Yeah, far out.
Those guys got locked down for fucking 2 years or something.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. The longest city in the world, lockdown.
Melbourne.
Mm.
Yeah, whatever the premier was down there was a piece of shit.
Yeah, Andrews. Dan Andrews?
Yeah, I think
I
it was
can't
Andrews,
remember.
yeah, that was fucked.
But it sucks now because like we don't have the infrastructure.
Oh no, everything's just congested everywhere. You fuck
For
that.
me to get to work, usually on a good day, it should be 15 minutes. It's a 40-minute drive now. I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like, why?
Yeah.
Why this is shit? So I moved up here to get away from all of it.
Yeah, shit that's just down the road. It's like fucking. I bet like you go there, you for some reason you go fucking at 9 o'clock at night because you've just been at a mate's house or something. You're coming home, you're like, fucking. Oh my god! It only takes 10 minutes.
Yep.
Okay, now.
Well, that's like with traffic. Usually in peak hour times, to get to your house would probably be about 40 minutes from where I am in the city. Oh, it took me 15 minutes though. There was no one. That was good.
Nice.
Yeah.
In the city, yeah. Whereabouts are you in the city?
Fortitude Valley on the border, just on the back of the CBD, so about a block from Felons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How you like that? Like that busy, fucking noisy, siren-y fucking life?
Yeah, you block it out. Like, you know, being a country kid living right in the heart of the city, pretty much. It's different. It's good. Like it's convenient. It's cheap where I am. I am getting over it though. I do want a bit more space. I do want the quiet. So
Yeah.
I'll be moving soon.
Yeah. I've got the park out the back here that it's all nice and naturey and serene.
Yeah.
I can't imagine fucking go visit friends that live in the city or valley or even New Farm or whatever, and it's just so fucking noisy.
Oh yeah, I'm on the quiet side. Well, we've got a quiet side, but I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, the valley is just on the weekends, just filth.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's it. You want to go for a walk? Fucking, you'll be stepping over fucking bums and drunks and fucking piles of vomit and.
But I'm only there like location for my current job. So,
what are you doing now?
I work for an NDIS provider called Rewilding Minds, and we kind of specialise in the ABIs and brain cancer, and just supporting those fellas.
There you go.
So we've got a couple of mental health patients, and we got a house out at Rochdale South, and just help support them. Just taking them out on hikes and going to theme parks, and taking them shopping, just helping them live and get through life. And it's great. It's probably one of the best jobs I've ever had, and I love it.
Like a carer sort of role?
Yeah.
Doing anything and everything?
Yeah, pretty much.
They got a house in Rochdale. You mean like there's a group of people that live there?
Yeah, so they call it like an SIL house, so single independent living, and we're just out there to help them to, give them their independence, and they've got their own rooms in their house, and, they just live their lives, and we just help them live it. So I don't feel like I work anymore. It's great.
Just hanging out?
Yeah.
So full-time gig?
Full-time gig, hours, but casual. The money's better as casual. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long have you been there for?
2.5 years now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's great.
You see it as a long-term thing?
Oh, yes. Yeah. I do want to progress. I'd love to learn the way that my brain works. I'd love to learn every aspect of the job. So the next step for me would be like support coordinator. And you're dealing a lot more with like just appointments, occupational therapists, all the psychologies.
So you're the one that coordinates all that stuff.
And the
approves
movements and yeah. I know that's more office work sounding boring, but I'd like to learn all of that before I actually step up, and I'll eventually one day either own my own company, be a provider myself, or I'd like to get into the real estate side of things and have some SDA and SDI houses, and rent them out to the company.
Nice.
So
I know a guy that works with the housing side of NDIS actually. So I used to work as a carer for a kid with cerebral palsy.
Yeah, right.
Same sort of thing. Just a fair chunk of annual income towards quality of life stuff. So so I was there to take him out, and we go to restaurants and fucking go to the beach and movies and fucking whatever else. fucking skydiving, or whatever we could think of that would fucking, make him feel more human and normal and have a good life.
It's rewarding and there's purpose to it. And I think that's why I'm enjoying it so much. Like it's great work. And like, these boys that we look after, they love it. They love that we get them out and just like help them live life.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, it's good. Good to have that sort of fulfilling role.
It is. It is. And like, getting experience with the brain cancer side of things and the ABIs, it's such an eye opener. It makes you appreciate life so much. And it's brought my anger down a lot. Like I realized I was angry, like even though everything that we done on the men's retreat and the breathing techniques and everything like that, it's just like these people have really put things into perspective for me, and I really appreciate, and it's calmed me down a lot.
Yeah, right.
It's just like my life isn't that bad.
What am I angry about?
Yeah.
Fuck it, I've got a good.
Yeah. So I would like to get more experience with some different diagnoses. I'd like to get some diagnosis of Down syndrome, even cerebral palsy and stuff like that. I think it'd be a bigger eye opener.
Yeah.
So hopefully down the track I'll be able to do that.
You have the opportunity for that within this company, or it's...
We mainly specialise just in the ABIs and the brain cancer. We did take on a few different diagnoses, but more mental health side of things. So I dare say down the track, if I don't stay with this company, which I do, I love this company. It's a great company. I wouldn't say a bad word about it. The only thing is, I just want a bit of experience with some different diagnoses.
Yeah. Hopefully they branch out.
Yeah. So
awesome.
Yeah.
You were working at Virgin for a bit there, weren't you?
Yeah, at the airport. So when I got back from COVID, I was just at the airport, used my background on the aircraft just to get a job until I found out what I was going to actually do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So that was just as I think Qantas laid off all their ground handlers. I was at Virgin, ended up going across to one of the contracting companies just at the Brisbane airport. And that was good fun. Great fun.
Those air companies fucking get pretty off.
And that's where I made all my mates here in Brisbane, like all the boys from the airport.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's your friendship circle?
Oh, yeah.
What do you do for a good time around Brizzy?
Oh, these days. I don't drink as much as what I used to. I like to go hikes on the weekend. I try to get out to the theme parks. I do that much with the boys at work, where my weekends now is just like hibernate. Like I'm out all over Brisbane doing everything, and just chilling.
Yeah,
recouping.
That's the time you sit on the couch and do all the fun shit through the week.
Which is good. I get paid to do all the fun shit now, so.
Yeah, that was wild, when I was doing it. Like, how the fuck do you call this a job? Like, I'm fucking literally going to the beach and hanging out and having lunch and getting paid.
Well, that's why I go to the theme parks once a week with one of the boys. And you're just in the lines for the roller coasters and the rides. You're just like, I can't believe I'm getting paid the amount that I'm getting paid to do this right now. And you're like, what the hell?
How is this a fucking job?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, nice. Cool, man. So mates helped you out with your anger issues and stuff. That's good.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was a great help.
Yeah.
I wasn't there that long, though.
Nah.
It was a short time that I had there.
Yeah, we met on that retreat and we did some fitness stuff. In the mornings, used to ride your little fucking electric
That's right,
skateboard,
the skateboard.
down.
Yeah, one of the boys bought that.
At mate?
No, that I'm working with.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Then fucking, have you engaged with any other sort of veteran communities, or you just moved more into the civilian sort of?
You're more into the civilian side of things. I think Mates for Mates was there for me. When I did come back, I was angry. I had a lot of spare time with that job at the airport. But now that I'm actually in a role, it's full on. Like, I'm working a lot, and I've got the life. Like, on the weekend, sometimes catching up with the boys from the airport. Like, I'm always busy.
Feeling good in the position you're at now. See psych or anything anymore?
No, but I do say, after being in the current industry that I'm in, that everyone should have one. Everyone needs someone to talk to. I've thought, I'm not angry or anything like that, but I've thought about going back.
Yeah, have a chat.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's good for you or anyone.
Yeah. So, I've got one sort of on the. She's just on the it's always there. The offer's always on the table. So
Yeah.
I just go and see it whenever I feel like we should debrief.
And we get them free too through DVO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Just need your...
Because they are bloody expensive these days.
Yeah, I know. I saw someone fucking... Last time I was coming out a few months ago of a session, I was waiting for a session. Somebody had just come out. I was in the waiting room and she went to pay. And I was, holy fuck. She's like, the chick run her private health card through and she's like, after your rebate, that'll be $225. I was like, wait, what the fuck was it before the rebate?
And in NDIS, they're even more.
Oh, because they can fucking charge whatever.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy. Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I fucking... yeah, we take it for granted. We all do.
We do.
I had a friend that was in need a little while ago, and I was just trying to fucking push her. I was like, you just got to, go and see somebody. Go and see somebody. She's like, yeah, look, I understand, but I can't fucking afford it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, wait. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
It's like some of the boys now that I look after. I got one. He's got the ABI. He's had, he got the brain cancer when he was 13. He's now 44. But he's the same. Like, he needs someone to talk to, but because he's got this ABI, he just doesn't understand it. And I take him to his psychology once a fortnight. He's like, I don't understand why I've got to go and talk to someone. Can't I just talk to you? I'm just like, I could charge you the same. But yeah, no, I believe everyone needs to talk to someone. I believe everyone should have one.
100%. There's like, the way I think about it is like exercise physiology and psychology usually work hand in hand in rehab, physical and mental health. But I kind of look at it the same, like the way, you might not know what to do to rehab your body or your broken, bones or muscles or whatever.
Yep.
So you need somebody to give you guidance and tell you what to do and how to do it. And then it sort of works the same with your mind. You might not understand what you're thinking and why you're thinking it and why things are tough.
Yeah.
And the psych's just there to give you, point you in the right direction.
You're just guidance, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or even just fucking letting it out. Things you might not want to say to your friends or family because you're embarrassed or fucking, you think they might judge you for it. Just fucking let it out with the psych and you walk away feeling, 10 times lighter.
And I think that's what I need too. Like coming from the army to doing a few different jobs in between to doing what I'm doing now. Like I'm in an industry where I still feel like I've got that harsh background. Like, I'm just rough and going to an industry like, where everyone is just so caring and there's a lot of woke and, everyone's just so nice, but they're very soft. And like, for good reason too, like, the industry, but there's some things there where just like, I just want to scream at these people. Like, just why? Like, so I think that's part of the reason. And my thought process is this is why I need to just go back to a psychologist just to get that off my chest, just so I can go in.
Yeah. Unleash it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. I always say it's like I spent most of my life, around the military, and then I went and did a clinical fucking health degree. And then I come out and I'm like, all right, who am I going to work with? Well, really only one fucking, there's really only one avenue is fucking veterans because I've got the fucking bedside manner of a brick.
Yes, that's, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been told many times over a few different jobs, we understand you're ex-military, but you just got to calm your cool your jets, like,
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking hell. When I first come out, I had a few trips to HR.
Yeah, shit. And when you get there too, you're just like, oh God, not again.
Yeah. Harley, I see you back.
Like I remember
What do you mean I can't fucking four-finger point at someone?
Yeah, that's offensive.
What do I have to do that for? Because I fucking told you to.
The first time it hit me hard leaving the military in regards to like the stuff that we're talking about now is it was on my second yacht and it was 115 meters. The yacht was worth probably about 350 million.
Fuck it up.
There was 17 deckhands on board that boat, and I'm the newest and greenest deckhand. And we had the boss on board, and he was going off for something, going for lunch in Miami somewhere, and we were docked downtown. And as he's walking off board, he's seen like this little 3-inch scratch on his boat. I get it. If I was rich like him, had this boat, it'd have to be pristine condition at all times. Fully understand, but it's just like for myself coming from the army, like, going to Afghanistan, seeing people die, to he's now complaining over a fucking 3-inch scratch. And these 70 come over the radio like, oh my God, there's a scratch on the boat, and all these deckhands are just losing it. And I remember sitting in the crew mess with the bosun, and I was just like, it's a scratch. Like, who gives a fuck? And he's just like, get up and scream and carry on like the rest. And I remember going down the side passageway on the boat, and I'm just like, oh my God, like there's a scratch. And he's just like a real scream, like, come on, man. Like, he's like, same thing. He goes, I understand you've got a bit of a rough background. He's just like, but you've joined this industry. So, if we scream, you scream. Righto.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah. It's like, fuck my life. Like, what is going on?
Fucking hell, you've gone through all sorts of socioeconomic environments.
Oh, yeah.
Bush, you've seen proper poverty and fucking lower socioeconomic. You've lived fucking rich and famous.
Going to some of the most remote spots on this planet that normal people aren't allowed to go to. It's, I've seen a fair bit. But
I've been to Afghanistan. It's fucking...
The happiest is right here, right now. Yeah, I wouldn't change anything for the world at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, Brisbane maybe, but
they both got their own problems, eh? Like, fucking the rich and famous are almost just as fucked as the poor people in their own regard. Obviously they got nicer things, but
you don't know who to trust. You don't know who your friends are. You don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
all comes with their own problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just coasting through the middle road, fucking. Yeah, that's one big thing. Yeah, having friends and being able to trust people.
Like, on that boat, he was paying, like, we were on board 3 months, and we were down at one of the most southern islands in Bahamas, Conception Island, I think it was called, and we were anchored there for like 3 months. And he obviously wanted his friends to be on board. Like, I get that, but it's just like, people need jobs, people need incomes. So he was paying his mates to be there. But it's just like, are these people here because they're your mate, or are they here because you're paying like really, really good money? Because like, I know what I'll be like.
Paying them a wage to be his friend.
Yeah, pretty much. So it's just like, are they your friends? Are they like, it's a big eye-opener.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't live. I spent a lot of time in the Bahamas. My parents had a house there in Abaco.
Yeah, yep.
One of the biggest islands, yeah. I think it's second biggest to Grand Bahama. So yeah, fucking spent a few months there over a few years, like go there for 3 or 4 weeks at a time.
Beautiful.
Yeah, fucking magic. But met a few people with super yachts and stuff, and you go drink at the local bar and, meet up with a group and you go party back on their yacht and shit.
Yep.
It's a different life.
Yep. Yeah, well, where were we? We were my last boat, the in-between charters. We were in Tavat, Montenegro. And we had 3 days to turn around a boat. And in that time, like, same as the TV show, we were going in town, hitting the piss and just getting on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up meeting this Sheila, and I took her back to the boat, and I was just like, yeah, it's mine. She knew it wasn't. And we got there was no lights on. No one greeted us. She knew exactly. Like, it's my boat. I was blind.
And, why's your bedroom in the basement?
Yeah.
My room's been renovated.
It's well, it was a funny story, that one, because I took her back to one of the VIP cabins, and that was behind the bridge. And I remember having to step over. The captain was passed out on the deck. I remember having to step over him to get to the VIP cabin. Like, don't wake him up because we'll get in so much shit. And we've done the deed. I've taken her off board. I've went back to the cabin, and I thought I've cleaned this cabin to like a really good standard. I was blind, by the way, so it clearly wasn't a good standard. And I thought, oh yeah, this will do. And I completely forgot about the room. And the next morning, we had charter guests coming on probably, I think it was like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And it was about 11:30. And I remember being down the forepeak, and I was pumping up fenders just for the side of the boat, because we had this other boat coming in. And I just remember looking on the bridge, and it was the chief engineer, the head chef, the chief stew, the captain. I think the second stew was there, and I'm just like, well, this is weird. Like they're never usually all together like right before charter. I'm like, well, I wonder what's going on. And then the second stew, Zara, she ended up coming out. She's like, what have you done?
No, they know, G.
I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, exactly. Like, what have I done? Like, and then straight away, I'm just like, oh no, the VIP. And pretty much like 5 minutes after that, there was a call on the radio, like all crew, everyone to the bridge. I'm just like, oh shit, here we go. And I'm sitting there, and the captain was just like, right, who had the orgy in the VIP? I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. And I'm not saying a word, and the whole crew knew it was me. Everyone knew it was me. The captain knew it was me. He's like, right, after this meeting, he's just like, whoever it was, you got 2 minutes to come to my office and own up. And within about 10 seconds, everybody was out of there, and it was just me and the captain on the bridge, and my head just went down. I was like, oh, fuck. And he's shaking his head. He's walked out, and I waited the full 2 minutes as well. I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm not done in yet. I knocked on the door, and captain, he's like, oh, Martin, funny seeing you here.
What a surprise.
He's just like, it's a fireable offence. I shouldn't have done what I'd done, but we had no time to find another deckhand.
Oh, yeah.
And so that kind of like saved my ass, which
Nice.
was like really, really good.
No cameras on those fucking things?
Oh, there is cameras, not so much in the VIP cabins, like just for the privacy of the guests and whatnot. More on the outside of security in case someone comes on after hours or anything like that.
Mm.
And he's just like, right, here's your formal warning. Had to sign this bit of paper. He's like, you better get into that cabin now because the girls are in there cleaning it. They'll scrubbing it because that's got to be to a 5-star standard.
Yeah.
And he's like, you better go apologise to all of them. And they could hear everything going on that he was saying. And as I've walked into the room, they're all lined up, just waiting for the apology. Sorry. I'm so sorry. We got a good laugh out of it, though. So.
Nice.
Yeah, never again.
What was your favorite place? Fucking being in all the different countries, different environments, different groups of people. What do you reckon? Who'd you feel most comfortable around?
I'd done a yard period on one of the boats in the south of France. We had no one on board, so it was just the winter. I like France. That was one of my favourite countries. Even we were there for 5-6 months, and our boat was docked in Nice, and it was just great. Monaco down the road, it was just a ball. Like the French are great. I just loved it over there. Like I would have loved to have gone there and lived there permanently. But the one thing for me was just the language barrier. And I'm so monotone. So I butchered their language and everything. I just couldn't get a grasp of it. That was the only hard thing for me.
Might be the only person that's ever said, I love the French.
Probably. But yeah, it was a great spot. I loved it.
Yeah, nice. I got married in France.
Oh, did you? Whereabouts?
A little town called Crotet. Little village.
Where's that?
It's like an hour
in the north or south?
It's like an hour east of Lyon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sort of near the Swiss border.
Yeah, right. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, my wife, or my ex-wife, it was a little town that she grew up in. Her parents got married by the same, like the mayor of the town married them in the mayor's office, and then he married us as well.
Yeah, right. Oh, there you go.
30 or 40 years later, whatever the fuck it was.
Jeez, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So if you got married over there, is there any rights or can you get any like special visas or?
I think we could have, like while we were still married, I think you have to be married for 5 years and then you can apply for a spouse visa.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we never planned on moving over there. Our daughter's half French.
Yeah, right.
And she doesn't have any sort of.
Oh, there you go. I didn't know
that. Yeah. I can't imagine fucking maybe when she's older, if she wants to go spend some time over there, she can get a passport. But other than that,
I love like France to me. Even Paris. Paris I think is one of the greatest cities in the world. But you just got to stay out of the touristy areas. Like I was always one traveling because I traveled for that long. get immersed in the culture and the communities. Like, don't go to the tourist
Yeah,
stuff.
that's the problem
All
fucking
up there.
everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go to a lot of these places, mate. I made the fucking mistake. I don't know if you've done it. You probably have gone to PP Island and Maya Bay and all that shit. Fucking hell,
Yeah.
just living with regret all day. Like this is fucked.
Is that the hungover regret all day, or is that
Just thousands and thousands of people and fucking. It's just this massive cash grab by the tires.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking good on them, but they're just like 400 longboats and fucking speedboats.
Is Maya Beach back open?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the beach.
Yeah. Because they closed it down because it was just getting destroyed.
You can't go in the water.
Okay.
So the boat will drop you off on the pier on the other side.
Yep.
And then you walk over a wooden footbridge to the beach, and then you can like walk up and down the beach and get a photo op or whatever.
Yeah,
but the whole time you're there, there's like a big speaker on repeat and going, "Do not go in the water. Do not fucking do this. Do not do that."
Yeah. It did, but when I went, it was destroyed. It was a horrible place.
Yeah, I heard. I saw like some Instagram stuff with some reels of why they've got such strict rules now. But yeah, it's it's great.
When I went there, there was one boat that was allowed to enter that beach every night, and it was like an overnight trip.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember how much it was, and we like on the boat stayed there the night, but you were allowed to swim in the water because all that plankton and just lights up blue. And
Oh,
it was so cool.
Fuck
I've
yeah.
never seen anything like it.
Magic.
Yeah.
I think they I don't know if they worry about sharks or whatever. I don't know why you can't. Oh, probably because fucking 50,000 tourists a day would destroy the beach.
And
But yeah, and then you go into the next little bay where they let you swim, and there's just like so many fucking longboats, and all you can smell is diesel fucking in the air, and they give you this little tiny fucking, must be like 10-meter strip of sand. They'll all pull up. Like you probably get like 6 longboats in there, and then they'll fucking one at a time. They'll like one in, one out sort of thing.
Yeah.
And you can get out and try not to get hit by a boat and fucking go for a little swim and fucking it's terrible. But
I mean, if you want that island experience, like I would recommend going down to like the Philippines, Boracay, Palawan, anywhere down there. It's like beautiful and like just less boats, less people. That was back then, and that was 2015, 16. I think I was there, but like it was great.
probably less. Yeah, I think Thailand's just off chops with the tourism now.
Yeah,
because everyone's found out how fucking cheap it is, and food's amazing, and
you just got to be careful of that homemade alcohol. That's everywhere on the islands.
Homemade.
Yeah, like that ethanol stuff.
I haven't even tried it.
Oh yeah, like I remember going down to the one of the full moon parties on Copenhagen, and they just had that homemade alcohol everywhere, and it was just drinking like fuel. It's just like this is shit, and this is what those young tourists, those 2 young Melbourne girls recently passed away in Laos. Yeah, because that homemade alcohol's all through that area.
Yeah, right.
All through it, so you got to be careful.
Nah, stick to the fucking Changs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bottle beer. Take the top off, it's fucking fresh. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Like moonshine in Canada. Do you have that?
Yeah, at one stage I did. It burns.
Fucking hell. I think I was like 20, 22, 23. Went to a mate's place before we went out.
Yep.
Had moonshine at his place. Threw up before we even left. And then I was blackout drunk. I have no idea what the fuck happened or where we went or how we got home. I was proper just off my fucking face.
Yeah.
Who knows? This fucking paint thinner, moonshine.
Well, that's kind of like my story from Thailand when I ended up in the cop shop if I gave everything away. Well, it was all stolen. No, it was homemade alcohol that night.
Proper blackout.
No idea.
Hey, fucking Thailand. It's like the Hangover movie.
It is.
Based on real events.
The only reason I go there now is for the tattoos. My tattoo artist lives in Bangkok, so.
Hey, you got fucking went ham on those.
Yeah.
You got your full body?
Yeah, full front.
Bodysuit?
Got the big, what do you call it, something across me back.
Oh, yeah.
And I've got this leg designed, ready to go. I just got to get back across there.
Back to Bangkok?
Yep.
Same joint?
Same joint.
I got my my leg sleeve done.
Yeah, you sent me photos of that.
Yeah. That was
yeah.
a warrior session. So 2 tattoo artists at the same time for fucking
I
2
don't know,
days.
2 days.
Monday,
2 people.
Tuesday, 17 hours.
Jesus.
Mate,
That's a lot.
it was traumatic. And the fucking thing swelled up like a balloon.
Did you have any of that numb cream or not? You just went for it?
I put numbing cream on. And then the second day was 10 hours. About 6 hours in, I was like, you got to put more cream on. I'm fucking dying. I'm fucking dying. So they put cream on and then waited a little bit.
Yep.
30 minutes, whatever, for it to kick in and then cracked on. And I was climbing the bed, just fucking, I don't give a fuck, the tires just
Oh, they just keep on going.
They're fucking just pinning you down. It's fucking, they're fucking ruthless. It fucking goes right up into my crotch, and fucking old mate's just like fucking tattooing, like pushing my balls with his fucking knuckles. No shame. Yeah, let me pull those out of the way for you, bro. Yeah, got home because I went. I didn't want to fucking ruin my trip because I was only there for 2 weeks.
Yep.
So I did it on the last day, and then flew home the next day. Fucking big mistake, mate. Because of the altitude. And the trauma swelled up. It was like I had a big fucking sausage leg, elephant foot. I sent the photo to a friend who's a GP, and she's like, "Go to the fucking emergency room right now."
Yeah, right.
I didn't go. I was like, nah. All right.
Well, that's like when, the bottom part of my leg or my upper thigh was the last part done, which I should have done that first because, like, it's what you just said. You do it on the last day of your trips so you don't ruin your holiday.
Yeah.
And then sitting on that aircraft coming home, it's so uncomfortable just sitting on one arse cheek for like 7 hours. You're just like, oh, Jesus Christ. Like,
Yeah. I got Sakyant the last trip I went on a couple of weeks ago. You know, the bamboo?
Oh, yeah.
So much better. I'm like fucking
Really?
all my tattoos
They
to be
say
fucking
that's painful.
nah.
Yeah, right. There you go.
Like after getting like big colourful tattoos,
Yep.
it's fucking pleasant. I was like, this is actually quite nice. It's like a little tickle.
Yeah, right.
And it heals immediately.
Oh,
So
really?
3 hours later, you can go in the pool and go in the sun.
Yeah, right. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I fucking, what have I been doing my whole life? It takes longer.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fact that you can do it and not ruin your holiday, and you don't really feel it after, like doesn't scab.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm going to look into that. Might just have to take a longer holiday. There's no problem with that either.
Just don't go to the well, you fucking do what you want, but they say the Buddhist temples they're not real clean.
Yeah, right.
Like one of my mates said he was waiting for one at a temple with the monks because that's how you do it, like traditionally. All the tattoo studios in Thailand do it now, and they say they bless it, but they don't. But yeah, he's waiting fucking, and as he's watching fucking the dude just like this needle and fucking with the ink, and then the next dude comes in and he just uses the same needle.
Oh,
and he's like next in line, he's like, yeah, no, I'm gonna go.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I just remember I got that thing over here.
They just got no care over there with stuff like that. It's like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think they understand.
Yeah. Health and safety and fucking apparently the STDs and stuff run rampant over there as well.
Yeah. Well, my tattoo artist, I met him in Phuket. He worked for Celebrity Inc. That's where they started.
Oh, yeah.
And he ended up leaving them and moving to Bangkok and starting his own, but he still follows the Australian laws and regs for tattooing. So
yeah. I usually stick to the big studios.
Yeah.
That Pitbull in Patong.
Yeah.
Is the one that does all the warrior stuff. You can get a full back in one day. That's four tattoo artists at the same time. So you'll have one in each quadrant, and they smash it out in like 6 hours.
I need morphine.
I don't know. I was begging for drugs, Fucking halfway through the second day, I was like, please fucking give me something. Fucking endone or fucking just give me something. And they're like, we can't. Like, it'll fuck you up. You'll probably throw up and it'll make you fucking shaky and nauseous and you just got to fucking do it.
I'd say I'm a pretty resilient person, like when it comes to tattoos, but when they were doing my shin, holy shit, I was moving. Like, he got it good. There's some ink that's missing now. It's come out, but like, he done a good job. I'm just like, holy shit! Like I was like kicking in that, like how.
Oh, shit wasn't too bad, eh? I think all the Muay Thai must have deadened my fucking shins. I didn't feel anything on
Yeah,
the
right.
on the bone. The back though, the calf, that fucking
Oh, really?
that wrecked me. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
right.
the second day on the calf, because like the first day they did the front and the second day they did the back. So on the second day they were matching it up,
Yeah.
like bringing it all together. So as they're fucking shading against the fucking 1 day old tattoo.
Yeah.
Oh mate, fucking hell.
For me, I think the most painful part was like under my arm in the flabby spot. Like
Oh yeah,
that was painful.
yeah. They say that's one of the worst under the armpit. I remember in the past, I was in the pool one day, um, and this dude came down for a swim, and he's like this, and he's got his entire fucking armpit, both arms, just fucking full. He's got this big, like where that bearded fucking thing is. It says "Trust no bitch." I was like, "Fucking who hurt you, bro? Who hurt you?"
Where are you from? The Druid? Jesus. Oh, too funny.
All right, bro. Fucking time to wrap it up.
Yeah, cheers for having me. Thank you so much.
Speaking of bearded, fucking, we were talking about Jericho before. Mad beard brand.
Yeah. It's good stuff. I've got it on at the moment.
What's your scent?
I actually don't know what, because I got one of those big boxes of it.
Did you?
Yeah. I don't know what to put on
Sample
today.
pack?
Yeah.
I like the Devil's Rum. It's my go-to.
It's good stuff. I won't use anything else on my beard.
Yeah. Same. Yeah, I got all their products. Got the oil, the fucking balm, the beard butter.
Yeah, right.
Shampoo and conditioner.
Yeah, there you go. That smells good too. Like a lot of the ones that you get just smell like shit. These ones smell good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking oath. The Devil's Rum is delicious. I got the Pride one as well. But yeah, the other ones you buy at like Woolies and shit is fucking smell trash.
Yeah.
What's up, you big bearded beauties? Sorry to interrupt your stream. Just wanted to have a quick chat about Jericho Australia. Jericho deals in top shelf beard care products. They're a veteran owned and run organisation up in North Brisbane. They've got the whole spectrum of beard care products from your oils, like this one here, Aussie Pride I'm wearing right now. Smells great. Devil's Rum's my favourite though. I've gone through a few of those. That keeps your skin feeling fresh underneath your beard, gets rid of that itch, and if you get dandruff as well. You got your beard butters, which are amazing. Put that on at night time, keeps the beard feeling nice and soft and fluffy. And missus will love it. And you got beard balm as well to tame the mange if you leave the house. They've also got a whole bunch of other stuff. You got some tools like this handy little pocket brush I got here, pocket comb. They got wicked merch like this T-shirt I'm wearing, bearded, amongst other things. Apparently the cologne is amazing as well. I'm going to get myself some of that. But yeah, you want to try out Jericho, jump on this code. So it's jerichoaustralia.com/discount/the Grey Man Podcast. Jump on, that'll give you 15% off your cart and you're good to go. Cheers. Yeah.
Sorry.
Anyway, fucking thanks for coming on, bro. Thanks for opening up and having a chat.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Anytime.
Good stuff. All right. Catch up.